Hey guys, and welcome to part 6 of the Sonic Colors playthrough. We are now entering the second last area of the game, the Asteroid Coaster.
Ooh, sounds awesome.
And this is where we're going to have the last wisp in the game, Frenzy. And just like the name suggested, it's full of asteroids and roller coasters.
Wait, we're in space. How are we breathing?
Don't start that argument now.
You started it at the beginning of the game.
Right, this is the roller coasters are, you don't move, but you can jump to collect those rings, but keep in mind, some of the tracks are incomplete. Like this, if you stay on the roller coaster, you'll fall to a bottomless pit.
Whee!
And this is where they use the guitar for the main music. And here's our Frenzy Wisp. Now, the problem is, in 3D sections, it's a pain in the arse to control. It's very, very stiff and slippery, and I can't keep it in a straight line.
What does it even do?
It basically destroys everything in your path, and the more things you munch, it grows bigger in size to the point where it starts sucking rings in.
It's even harder to control.
Yeah, well, it actually gets easier when it's bigger. It's when it's small, it's fast, and it's very slippery. But in 2D sections, it's actually not that bad. It's just in 3D sections, it's a pain. And that's all it does, it just destroys everything in your way, and it grows big in size. And here's where we got to do some rail switching with roller coasters.
Boner coasters?
Yes. Did you just say boner coaster?
No. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Watch the SGB play for Mario Wii for context.
And unfortunately, also in one of this area, it brings back something from Eggman Land.
Oh no! The werehog?
Nope. Thank God. And this is a little bit of input lag. I was meant to jump, but I fell anyway.
Fail!
Hey, but make up. Because if you stay on the top path, you'll get a red ring. Like that, you would be able to get that up there. Now, you can home attack the asteroids, but you can only home attack the lighter brown ones, but be careful, you can overshoot them.
Right.
Sometimes you just need to, it's best to let go of the analog stick.
So you just barely made that, and almost fell off. Sonic floating out into deep space.
What if he flew into deep space and then crashed and Cortex come by in their jetpacks? And anti-gravity platforming. Don't you hate this? Plus, yeah, even if you fall anti-gravity, that top screen counts as a bottomless pit as well as below.
What do the robots have now?
They have rocks, helmets, and they have like what you call them, like bats, metal bats, but with spikes on them. And that's it for Act 1. The gold ring's right on top of the asteroid there.
So they're Negan then?
Yes. But what I'm doing here is I'm trying to find the right box of cubes to destroy so I can get one of the zip lines, which will give me a red ring. But the problem is they all look the same. And I'm tempted to not. I was testing to see if there was an invisible wall so I can use Frenzy, considering how shit it is in 3D. So that's the last bit I want. I'm at the end of the stage and I fall off. And I don't believe it's this one. This will take me straight to the goal ring, so I say fuck it.
Yeah, you just gave up.
Aye.
Nope, not doing that.
Hey.
It's not S.
It's still in high. It's still a
It's
high.
not S.
It's in gold.
But S is diamond.
And that's every single wisp in the game unlocked. Now you can go back into the previous levels and do all those red rings and secret passages you didn't get before.
But we're on a quest for vengeance and justice. We don't have time for replayability.
This one is more platforming challenges.
What was that jump at the start there?
It's to speed up. It's a little startup speed that you can do by pressing the boost button when you're in the middle of a jump. Because Sonic starts really slow. And this is what I meant by bringing stuff back from Eggman Land. These will push you off and counts as a bottomless pit. Remember the egg faces ones? Exactly the same. And these platforms will disappear after 1 second of touching them. Especially because there's a red ring down here. Once you collect this red ring, jump. Because if you fall, it's a bottomless pit. Yep. Just a slight touch of those platforms when they're red, it throws you off the stage.
So it just falls off.
Yeah, it just falls off. I'm surprised they didn't pull a Crash Bandicoot where he smacks against the screen.
Like the double-headed guy hits you and crash free.
Or how he looked in Smash Bros. 4 when he gets knocked on the screen.
I still have the 3DS version.
That home attack, that spring, you have to be pitch perfect because you can overshoot it if you're not paying attention. It's not like one of those that's automated where you don't have to do anything, you have to do something.
It's like the one time in a Sonic game where you can actually fully control it.
Yes.
Nom 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 nom. Feed me!
Feed me!
It's like, what is it, Gremlins?
Yeah.
Don't get it wet!
To get this red ring right here, don't move up on the analog stick when you hit the spring. And this is where it gets a lot more platforming. Yep, and this is anti-gravity with those pushing blocks. Who else hates anti-gravity and platforming in general?
I don't hate platforming.
No, I mean when it does shit like this where it's anti-gravity.
No, the worst is when it reverses your controls.
Or like that, what was it in Treasure Hunting stage in Sonic Adventure 2 where Mad Space where the hint system is reversed and upside down. Not to mention terrible anti-gravity controls.
And the so-called radar.
Aye, and the level design is way too big. Now, to get through here you use the blocks to your advantage, they become your platforms. But this is when they start putting them in one lane or another, so this gets a bit tedious.
I hear the gold ring.
Yeah, the gold ring's right at the end. But yeah, they throw anti-gravity in here as well, so you want to take your time. Oh my god, Eggman Land was such a pain in the arse.
The hot dog missions were the worst. And worse, I didn't know about the massive shortcut. So every time I died, I had to play the entire damn stage all over again. Yay, yes. See? It's a diamond.
It's platinum.
Alright. Well, Pokemon Platinum is better than Diamond and Pearl.
Go to Game Land for fuck's sake.
Yeah, man, everyone calm down. Get in the fucking game room.
On to Act 3.
You just see Eggman coming out of there and saying, "Hey, get in here!"
This one's a really short act. You can hear the
goal ring.
Yeah, the goal ring's right behind me, but it's blocked behind some cubes and some spikes, which means that I have to use the cube wisp and the spike wisp. Yeah, you can see those metal spikes. With the spike wisp, you can roll on them and not take any damage because you're a spike yourself. So you have to take all the way to the right here to get the cube wisp. Yeah, you have to stomp them up in right times to avoid getting pushed off. Because remember, if you stomp on the shell spring, it launches you higher.
Yeah.
Press the switch here, and you get the cube and the spike. So, but I'm going to use the spike to take a little bit more longer path.
You switch between them though.
No, when you collect the other flies around in the air until you collect it again. It doesn't disappear like that Castlevania shit where you pick up another sub item. There's no way to get it back. Right. No, if I pick up. Like, because I picked up that you see that the cube is going away, but well, actually, if you're already in use of one wisp and you collect another type of wisp, it goes in and then it transforms into that wisp when you get back in control. But it's when you collect, say, different types of wisps and all that. Sometimes they can flow around in the air, but you can still be able to catch them when you're done. And again, if you collect more of the same, it refills the bar, which means you get lots and lots of more color bonuses.
And more spin dashing with the spike.
Couldn't Sonic do that naturally, by the way?
Alright. Not in Sonic 1.
And this is the way to get this red ring. Use a spike, and level done.
Apparently missing the first red ring. Where was it, Klepto?
Says the guy who's a platinum trophy collector.
You missed the first red ring in the stage.
Oh, come on, I got an S rank. Are you happy?
Yes.
I'm happy.
It must be. It has to be a full S rank playthrough. All S rank, all red rings, collect all rings, defeat all enemies. Speedrun as well.
That's your challenge if you ever play Colors. Act 4. This is actually a pretty short one. Remember those motor bugs?
Yeah.
This is exactly just the entire level. You just keep going around the circle until eventually the gold ring pops up.
Oh, unlike forces, they're not actually pushing you to the side and all that.
Yes. And yeah,
Aqua Road, anyone?
And just like and there's also red rings. The red rings only appear once per circle. Like you go around this asteroid 5 times,
around and around and around and around we go.
And there's the black motorbug. Take him out, and all the rest go down. And this is it.
How long does this go on for?
Again, after 5 circles, then the gold ring will spawn in.
So
well,
it's
no, actually, I lied. There's actually a switch in one of these circles. You hit the switch, and it causes the gold ring to appear, like you saw it there.
Yeah.
Aye. You just have to find that switch while going around the circle.
Is the switch randomly determined?
No, it's in a set location, but it's just trying to get yourself ready to press it. And that should be it. There's the last red ring there. And there's the gold ring.
You missed 2 red rings.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Try again, you must collect the red rings.
That's not what the S rank is telling me. I wonder if my lives will be in the 90s by the time I get to the final boss.
Probably. Max is out at 99, right?
Yes.
Does 0 count as a life?
I'm not sure actually. It's been a while since I ever came over.
This is where he converts them into the strange negative.
And you saw the purple wisp. It's actually a negative wisp, and this is what he's converted. Aye, this is what he's converted the normal wisps into, where they've got no face but just claw mouths.
Interesting. Look at all of them. He's captured thousands of aliens.
Don't worry, we'll get him out.
Sonic, I haven't seen Yacker for a while.
Oh no.
You'll have to excuse
Don't worry
me,
about
buddy.
it. Nothing happens.
I have a generator to shut down.
Godzilla is approaching the generator.
Enough with the fucking generators.
Well, we're having to destroy them, aren't we?
You see there, he's gone all the Nega Wisps and that, and then converting them into mind control energy, which he's planned to shoot down at the Earth.
So as Cortex's game plan from Crash 2.
Right, on to Act 5.
I'm gonna guess a minute. That's how long this stage is.
Okay. How much are you betting then?
Nothing.
Oh, it's these.
Play it safe.
This is the another act with those lasers that we saw in Sweet Mountain. But yeah, you can actually take some shortcuts if you just slide at the tiniest gap you can make.
Yeah, I'm betting 0 on that because that way I'll have nothing to lose and nothing to gain.
And this is what I mean by it's easy. This frenzy is easy to control in 2 sections because you're only going in one.
So big.
And plus you're only going in one direction. Plus you can jump higher. But to get up, you use a laser, and that's how you get up.
Is that platform thing again?
No, these ones don't push you off. It's just more of the laser puzzles you have to figure out. Like, making some gaps, and you can slide between them. No red ring for me.
I could tell that was you somehow missing the jump.
Yeah.
Like dirt.
And the gold ring is actually hidden behind here. These cubes, destroy the cubes, and the ring's done. What was it you said how long the stage was?
A minute.
Pay up.
I didn't bet anything.
Dine.
Now again, nothing to lose and nothing to gain.
On to the last act. This, with all the purple here, they really want you to use frenzy.
You don't say. Why are we representing the Saints? First Street Saints?
Pimp.
Saints Row, bitches.
Or Samuel Jackson's lightsaber. More roller coaster switch, and you have to pay attention to the tracks and look for the red rains. No, special rains. I'm saying. And no, you can't jump into another cart. By the way, you're stuck in that seat because when you jump, you can only jump upwards to collect the rains. But actually, you can actually, if you move the left stick while you're on the roller coaster, you can actually jump off and fall off. You only want to move the left stick when you want to switch between. But I would say just press the A button, don't touch the analog stick when you want to just jump. Free falling.
'Cause I'm free falling.
More 2D sections. Again, 80% of the game is from the 2D's perspective.
Even though the visual's not on or 3D.
Yeah. Now we got underwater.
Oh.
Okay, how does that make sense? Look at that. That water's in a cube. You have to mash quickly, but there's also spikes above that red ring there. And they bring back the sandworms from Sonic 3. And no, you can't use the wall jump underwater.
Well, you can until you touch the water.
I mean, when you're underwater, you can't use it. But you can swim.
Yeah, seriously, how's the water just stuck
It's
like
not
that?
like that. No idea.
Oh,
And-
that was quite possibly the shortest wisp use I've ever seen. Feed me!
Fall down here.
Where's my Big Mac, damn it?
3D control with the frenzy.
Man up.
Oh good, I can skip all that.
You were saying?
Yummy! Jesus Christ, how many
Frenzy control on top of a ledge.
Well, good thing is these have invisible walls, so
Yeah,
you don't,
just
so you won't
noticed
fall
that.
off. Though.
Love a soundtrack.
Aye. See what I mean?
Red
But see what I mean about every location having memorable sound pieces.
Yeah. I love how you missed the dash panel.
Yeah.
I don't
And
need
we
the
get
dash panel.
and we get this mini boss, which is a gravity boss. But you have to home and attack at the core. But it's also got those yellow electricity bar things to protect itself. You hit it 3 times, but every time you hit it, the gravity field gets bigger and the circles go faster. It's all luck based by the 3rd hit.
Oh.
It's just you have to time it just right. And no
Oh.
rings. Gotcha!
Oh. Oh, I wanted to see you fail so I can laugh at you.
Skydive here. And done.
Yay!
Imagine if one of those doors failed to queue to open properly.
And you're just stuck there.
No, smack, dead.
Oh, don't you know Sonic can slow down skydiving at any time he wants, so he'd never fall to his death.
Right, on to the last boss of Asteroid Coaster with the last generator.
You know, I don't like what
Is this
you're
the
doing
same
to my
boss
friends in
again?
there.
From Starlight Carnival.
So
I told you before, the first 3 bosses are the bosses themselves, and then the next 3 are upgraded versions of them.
That's right. I'm stretching. You got a problem with that? I wanna be able
Is there
to
a
fully
problem?
enjoy
Troll
taking you
face here.
apart without
No, insert gem music here.
Okay, now I'm ready.
No, the gem, the gem music from Pokemon.
Free. There's no shame in it. Well, maybe a little.
That is
shame.
tough, by the way, doing push-ups with 1 arm.
You guys don't talk much, do you?
Well, they're fucking robots. They're not programmed to talk. Unless you're Omega, who's got a badass personality.
What is that thing floating to the right of the...
That is basically the graphic to show you what a smaller version of what the planet of the attraction looks like. But just like the Starlight Carnival boss, same strategy. Only this time you're using rockets, so you're not aiming for the eyes on the middle of the ship there. You want to go underneath where the cubes are and shoot it and use the rocket from above, because you can see the wisp is sleeping.
Yeah.
That basically tells you that you can't use it. This is where you got to use the rocket. Plus they throw these rocks at you.
Where's Chris Redfield? He can just punch these out of the way.
So here's what I mean. Go underneath and launch! Critical systems failure. Critical systems failure. And again, when you get to those spikes, you want to slow down. You want what? Slow down in a Sonic game?
It's like having to go left in a platformer as well.
Oh, something that the original Metroid did. Why is it with beam platformers always going to the right?
I'm so glad Metroid's making another big comeback.
Aye.
Prime 4 and Metroid 2 Samus Returns having just been released as well.
Aye, I just hope they don't pull another M.
Oh, they can't afford to make another mistake with that again.
And that's your boss done. I told you, pathetically easy.
Grab all the rings!
Yep, but the booster grabs all the rings.
Yeah, just like Unleashed. Feeling good.
Oh, I wish they got brought that back, actually. During the boost, they don't do those silly quotes. Oh, come on! That was clearly an S rank.
You
Come
took too
on.
long. You are 0.001 millisecond too long.
That was almost difficult.
Quote-unquote difficult.
Couldn't have done it without you, buddy.
Thanks. Hey, we both
What do you mean you couldn't do it without you? Well, actually, you did make the translator to understand what the aliens are saying, so you at least did
Didn't
something.
work half the time though.
But it did. At least he's done something.
So,
Now let's all go home.
aliens getting free?
What about the Mad Doctor?
The power went off, the locks vanished. I hope
Let's just
Dad
leave him.
was okay.
I think you'll be fine. You don't think the weapon you were shot with still works?
Not without power flowing to it. I think we're all good.
That's what I like to hear.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, he'll jinx it soon.
FMV. This must be important.
Yeah. It kind of makes me sad. I wish if the game can run the cutscenes like this, why can't the entire game be like this? Especially when you have one of those trailers where they do these cutscenes beautiful as like this, but they're not in the game.
Like Square Enix's FMV cutscenes, which are amazing.
The planets are free.
Was there ever any doubt? I mean, really? Great job, buddy.
And we're back where we started, with celebrations.
Aliens.
With all the generators destroyed, we could blow this joint in
I don't know if actually, because of the success of this game, they actually went out of their way to make plushies of these wisps.
Fighting off any insane
There's
robots.
plushies for almost everything.
True. Well, good job
Plushies
figuring
for
out
Lickers
the
from
right
Resident Evil 2.
translator that allowed us to speak to the aliens and figure out exactly what we needed to do so we weren't running around the park looking like idiots. Oh no, wait. That was me.
Yeah, that was you.
Good point.
Sonic is no
Either way, we can
technician.
Get out of this crazy place and go home.
No, he just speeds up everywhere and blows everything up.
No, he would. No, if you were to ask him to hack a computer, he would just destroy it.
The aliens are happy to be going home too. I think we're in the middle of
Or
the
Final
park.
Fantasy X, you just bang on a computer.
I
Underwater.
think we're their guests of honor.
Totally.
As we begin to have a party time, we'll see you in the next part, folks.
Yay!